You know, the Eagles are probably sitting as pretty as any team could possibly be sitting heading into the NFL draft. And oh, by the way, the Eagles are interested in Darrell Henderson.
Hail the cowboy, Mr. McLean. You Americans are all alike. But this time, John Wayne doesn't walk into the sunset with Grace Kelly.
Scary Cooper, asshole.
Oh, Diva! Oh, shit! Oh, shit! That was crazy!
Happy trails, Hans. Dallas still stinks. Yo, everybody doing? King Dingbat here, and I hope everybody's having a wonderful Sunday, a great day. I'm getting ready to watch the Phillies in a little bit, and the first thing I gotta do is I gotta thank the Sports Fury, Sean and Josh. I gotta thank UCF Jaguar, Bad Dog 7676, and my man Entertainer Talking Sports for having me come on with them for the Dream Team Stream Team, which was fantastic. It was 7 hours of us just talking and drinking, and it was great, man. I never laughed so hard, not in a long time. It was fun, man. We had a great time. And I just want to thank all those guys. Now, if you want to watch it, you can see it on the Sports Furies channel. The video is there. And for all those guys, make sure you sub them up. Make sure you're following them if you're not already, which I can't believe you wouldn't be already. But if you're not, for some reason, the link will be in the description to their channel. Go sub them all up. It was fun, man. I had a great time. As soon as it was over, I ate and then I crashed. I woke up at like 5 o'clock in the morning. I had this urge to watch Breaking Bad. So I watched like 3 episodes of Breaking Bad. Then I went back to sleep for a while and I woke up and I'm good to go. Better than ever. You know what I mean? It was fun. But yeah, that was fun. I can't wait to do it again. And to those guys, man, I love you all. You guys are great, and thanks for putting up with me. So yeah, thank you to those guys. Thank you to everybody who was watching. There are a lot of people watching, man. You guys were awesome in the chat. And I know there was one story, because I was watching the replay of it a little bit. There's one story I told. A lot of people don't believe I was telling the truth. They think I was just saying things because I was drinking or something. I gotta tell you, the story about my friend that I know that could draw Picasso by pissing was true. That is a true story. That wasn't Philly 500 had a few beers and just going off the rails. That is a true story. This dude was like the Da Vinci of going to the bathroom. I'm not kidding you. Okay? So that was true. Just to get that out there. That is a true story. I saw a lot of people go, that's not true. He's just made true. True story. I'll even try to find this dude and he can tell you himself if I can. Now, what I want to talk to you guys about today is a few Eagle things. Now, I don't want to make this a long video or anything like that, but there are a few things that I want to go over. You know, we got the draft coming up in, like 3 weeks, something like that. And I think the Eagles are sitting just about the best possible position that you could get going into a draft. Now, what do I mean by that is this. Basically, for the most part, the Eagles have filled some huge holes in you know, the off season. The running back, getting that speed wide receiver. I thought they brought depth for defensive line. I think they brought depth for safety. Now they do have a gaping hole linebacker. And I think the Eagles, the way they approach the draft and the way they approach the linebacker position, I can't imagine you're really going to see the Eagles take a linebacker in round one. It's just something they never do. So I don't think that they're going to do it this time. But I think that the Eagles, what they need to do is not be concerned really about the position, you know, unless it's punter, kicker, or quarterback. Wipe those positions out in the first round. But I think the Eagles need to go into this draft and say, especially in the first round, say, who is the best player on the board right now? Who is it? If it's a cornerback, you take them. If it's a linebacker, you take them. If it's a defensive end or defensive tackle, you take them. Wide receiver, take them. You know, I don't care who it is. Take the best player available at one. At the 25th pick, take your best player. I don't care, regardless of the position, unless it's a punter, kicker, or quarterback. Then forget it. But I think you got to, I just think that the Eagles are in a situation where they can actually do that. They can actually do it because they don't have some huge gaping hole and have to reach for Josh Jacobs. Some people like him, some people don't. They got Jordan Howard now they don't need to do it, And when we talk about Jordan Howard, I look at Jordan Howard and I'm not sure he is a long-term answer for the Eagles at running back, at least not in their mind. The Eagles and Chicago, they run kind of similar systems. And Nagy and the Bears didn't feel he was a good fit for Chicago. So will he be a better fit for the Eagles? That we'll have to see. But I'm not so sure the Eagles are going to keep him long term. And even if they do or if they don't, they still need to get a running back. They still are going to need a running back. And I think they need a running back who's explosive, who can catch out of the backfield, has some of the things and does some of the things that Darren Sproles did that maybe Jordan Howard cannot do. And one of the reports that I read today was the Eagles are showing a lot of interest in Darrell Henderson. They're showing a ton of interest in him. So are some other teams. And, the Eagles met with him for an interview. The Eagles worked him out. At his pro day, it was Deuce Staley working out the running backs. And he had a chance to spend some time with him. And I think the Eagles really like Darrell Henderson a lot. So we're going to see if that's somewhere they go, maybe in the second round, where they got 2 second-round picks. It'll be interesting. But if you could add Darrell Henderson to the Eagles with Jordan Howard, oh my goodness, how awesome would that be? That would be unbelievable. That's what I'm hoping the Eagles are going to do. Now, there was a report today that Darren Sproles has not made up his mind, if he's going to retire or come back. The Eagles want him back. But he's not going to decide until May. So that's after the draft. The Eagles, in my opinion, they can't rely on whether Darren Sproles is coming back or not. You got to take the running back if you can get him. And then if you want to bring Sproles back on top of that, fine. You'll have to make a hard cut with one of the other running backs. But in my opinion, Darren Sproles, I like Darren Sproles. I love what Darren Sproles was. But I don't know if he's the same player. And I think that we should try to get younger at that position. Instead of bringing him back for one more year where he's going to have hamstring problems and stuff that comes with being an older running back, I think you look into the draft, you draft the running back like a Darrell Henderson, Miles Sanders, and you bring them in to fill that Darren Sproles role. That's what I would do. But we're going to see. I don't know if waiting for Darren Sproles to come back or not, or to make his decision, would affect how the Eagles draft a running back or not. I don't think it would. I don't think the Eagles would wait. I think they'll just go out and get the guy that they want. And apparently it is Darrell Henderson that they're eyeing and that they like a lot. So let's find out. Let's see what happens. I'm going to let you guys go. Like I said, I don't want to make this too long, but I hope everybody has a great day. It's time to go watch the Phillies. Had a great time last night, like I said earlier. Thanks to those guys. And with that said, tell me what you think. Take care. Talk to you later. Don't be a dingbat.